Hello, this is Sad here, and welcome back to Model Kit Monday. Today we'll be taking a look at something a little different, because we'll take a look at the Figurise bust, Mobile Suit Gundam 00, Setsuna F Seiei. This would be portrait number 007, so, you know, he's a James Bond type. And you can see here, distributed by Bluefin. Now, why the heck am I reviewing a Figurise bust? Well, first of all, I never have bought one of these. They know there was one from Mikazuki August from Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I think a few others. I actually haven't really been following this line too well, but I was at my local comic shop, and they're having a Black Friday sale, and I saw this on sale, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's see how the Figurise bust line is. Let's see how much painting's involved. I can kind of tell that this is mostly designed to kind of fit nicely with master grades, I think. It has a clip to actually clip to the Gundam Action Base Type 1, and mostly says master grade. And I don't collect master grades. Maybe I'll stick this next to my real grade Extras. Maybe I'll just throw it in a box later if I end up not liking it too much. But I thought, you know what, let's give it a shot here. So taking a look inside the box itself, we got a few parts here. So on the top, so unlike Super Fumina, we actually have eyebrows painted in this piece, which looks really awesome. And looks like, yeah, we got some actual painted eyes. So that makes these 100% less creepy. Let's grab the knife here so we can actually open these bags a lot easier, because they're not like high-grade bags. They don't just open easy, so we'll do this. Also, I'm doing this on camera with the knife, so for insurance purposes, but here's the eyepiece, which is runner D. So there's only one piece there. And then this is the other part here, which is runner C. Just got the head and the neck. Cool. This one here, we've got, looks like the body as well as the decal sheet. Kind of interesting, they did paint the eyes, but they still make you put decals on, because it is Bandai. And they don't want to spoil you too much. But it's just simple white decals, so maybe something I paint in later. Here's runner A1 there. Here's runner A2. Just a couple variants of the colors. Looks like luckily there's not a lot to paint here. I think at the Figurise bust line was like, oh yeah, you get to paint everything. I don't know if I'd really be into getting any more of these, but since the faces specifically are pre-painted, it's pretty nice. There's the stand. Something just fell. Here is his hair. Because, you know, that's the great thing about model kits. Hair can take up an entire runner. So we got that, and the thing that dropped was the label that says Gundam 00 Setsuna F Seiei. Let's move that aside. So we got A1, A2, runner B, C, D, and BU1 for base unit 1, 2 decal sheets, and of course an instruction sheet here, which actually looks really nice. So in case you're wondering, there's the parts list, which is what's right there. Opening this up, looks like it's, oh, okay, it's just a fold out like this. You can see it talks about the action base. Kind of shows just how to put it together. It's honestly, this is probably going to go really quick. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, so that's pretty much the contents of the box and the runners involved. So I'm going to go build it, and then we'll take a quick review at it. Alright, so here is the Figurise bust, Setsuna F Seiei. Not a whole lot to say here, honestly. It is just a bust of Setsuna. It's, you know, him from like the middle of the chest up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's actually a little bit more to go into this. First of all, as you can see, it looks like Setsuna, but also doesn't look like Setsuna. The problem with anime characters, when they're done in figure form, is they sometimes turn out looking a little weird, because we're used to seeing them in a two-dimensional space. In this case, it looks like Setsuna, but also doesn't look like Setsuna. It's one of those 50-50 kind of things. Overall, though, it does look really nice, and for the most part, it is plastic color used for the pilot suit. So let's talk about that for a minute. This actually does come off the base. So starting up top of the head, like I said in the runner overview, the eyes are actually, I said they were painted, they're actually a compound plastic. So there's white, gray, brown, black plastic all layered on top of each other to make that eye effect. Same with the black lines for the eyebrows and the eyes lining the eye sockets. Those lines are also compounded plastic in the head. So that was really cool. The hair was really complicated and kind of hard to follow, which I think probably took the longest amount of time to build. Now this is actually on a ball joint, so Setsuna, you can have him look. You can't do a full 360 turn because of the hair, but you can adjust his angle of looking just a little bit. Not a whole lot. Looking at the pilot suit here, this is all plastic. These are actually stickers for the white lines here, which makes sense. Those stickers are fine. Now, the stickers that were on the collar here were awful. So there was one sticker to run this entire white stripe all the way around, and it was a folded sticker, so much like I said before, folded stickers suck. I hate them because they don't work and they don't look good. There was another sticker on the inside that didn't fit properly. Probably my biggest complaint of this kit is that the stickers kind of sucked. Aside from these were fine. But the ones here really were bad. So what I ended up doing was just taking a white Gundam marker and I painted it. More successful in some spots than others. But yeah, and I also added a blue line to kind of replicate what that other collar sticker was doing. But definitely, I'd say if you're getting this kit, if you don't mind the sticker look, great. If you do, like me, rip it off or don't use it and just paint it. I could have done a little bit cleaner of a job there. But overall, I think, it turned out okay. So, yeah, I'd recommend just painting that collar piece because it's going to look a lot better. And using Gundam marker white will match the rest of the kit. So there's that. The base actually is pretty neat. I got the Molds Gundam 00 a Setsuna Seiei sticker. That's just a sticker. This is the standard base for the Figurise bus. In here, there's a little clip. This is actually a stand clip. So we'll take a look here. So you've got your bust, Setsuna. You're like, you know what would be cool if I took my Exia and put them behind it. But what if I want those stands to merge? Well, that's where we get into the interesting part. So take this clip here. It lines up on the back here. It doesn't really click into place, unlike most Gundam action base clips. It just doesn't line up. So you just line this up here, set it down, and just kind of set. It does not stay. I think that it could have used a little bit of friction there to hold it in place, but then you bring the action base around. This can either be pretty much almost all the action bases work with this. This is just a standard, the smaller ones that are more akin to working with high grades. But as you can see, it doesn't really hold the stand in place as much as it just kind of connects. And also, it's my fault for putting Exia in a weird pose. But you can see, it just kind of links them together. So if you have them on a display, you don't have to worry about it like falling off. But that's pretty much it with the base. As you can see, I got my real grade Exia here. Definitely, I think the bust looks a little big, putting it with the 1 to 144 scale. If you're a master grade collector, I think these busts kind of blend in a little bit better. Personally, for me, I'm not going to stick my Setsuna bust in front of my Exia, just because it looks a little strange. I'm planning to just kind of put mine in the background, back of my shelf between my 00 riser and my Exia. I think that'll look really cool. But overall, that's pretty much that for the compatibility of the stand. Last little thing, it's a weird little thing. I've got a Gundam action base with a standard socket peg for a stand arm. You can actually just set this guy right in there. And normally people would be like, oh, is that just something you came up with? No, it's actually in the instructions. Again, works better with the larger action bases, but that is a thing if you so choose it. I prefer to leave them on the base here. So, at the end of the day, that's the Setsuna bust. Not really much else to say. I know these retail for about $15 in America. I picked mine up for like 35% off of that. I don't know, maybe I'll pick up a couple others. I know there's one of Mikazuki, and I got like 5 Barbatos kits, so maybe that'll just add to the Barbatos stuff. I don't really know. I need to look into this line more, because I think if there's any other pilots that I really like from the Gundam series that got made, I'll probably pick them up. Probably not going to pick up all of them. Not very many of them, that's for sure. They're okay. Basically, when it comes down to it, if you want like a representation of one of your favorite pilots, it's good for that. If you want to add to a display, probably better with master grade than high grade scale. I'd probably get those as well. But overall, at the end of the day, Figurise bust. It's a thing. If I get any more of these, I probably won't review them. Mostly because right now I'm trying to fill time just to make this video not too short. But at the end of the day, it's a bust. You pretty much know what you're getting by looking at it. So if you're not super into the character, you're not going to get super impressed by the build in any way. This took me less than an hour to make. And that less than an hour, and then I spent like a half hour painting because getting that collar line to work was a little tricky. But that's pretty much it. That's Figurise bust, Setsuna F Seiei. So stay tuned for more Model Kit Monday coming in the near future. I really want to review the Real Grade Gundam Unicorn soon, so there may be that in the near future. Anyways, be sure to check out Hero Club for all your Gundam news, reviews, and more. Until next time, this is Sanat saying goodbye.